All right, today I want to show you how to combine images together. So it's compositing or blending images together. So we're going to use the default tutorials in Photoshop, but I'm going to walk you through it because I think it's kind of hard for some people to follow. So if you need to bring up the discovery panel, you just press the little eyeglass here, and then we're going to go down here to hands-on tutorials and drag it down to view all and creative effects. And let's go down to here, combine images, and hit start tutorial. So here it is. Now I'm going to just move this down and ignore it because I'm going to walk you through everything, okay? But essentially we have a deer and we want to get it into this forest, and it's relatively the right angle and color and everything. So we're going to select that deer and go to select. Now don't worry, I'm not going to follow this the entire time, but down here to select, and they have subject. And so whatever layer it's on, it's going to try to select what it thinks you want, which is pretty amazing. It's the thing in focus. I believe that's how the algorithm works. All right, it grabbed it, we're good there. And now instead of just copying and pasting it out, we're gonna use instead the layer mask. Add layer mask is right down here. And what that does is everything that is white is being shown, and everything in black on this little icon is, disappeared for now, okay? So while this looks decent, we can see some problems with it, like down here by the feet or the hooves. Right? And so what we're going to do is we're going to use a brush, and we can choose black or white. We're going to bring black to the front, and basically we want to soften these edges up. So you want to make sure you have a softer brush, meaning hardness is at 0, so a fuzzier tip, and the size 70 to 100 is just fine. And we can kind of see the feet are coming on in front of this log. You can kind of see, so we're just going to kind of go at an angle on both of these, and I believe that makes it look like it's pretty much in there. I think overall the deer is probably a little large in this picture, but if we wanted to resize it, we could just select this and then turn on your show transform controls if you want, and we could make it a little bit smaller and maybe move it down there. I think that's a little more believable. Okay. All right, now that we have that, we could add things in front of it to make it a little more realistic. So let's say there was a branch coming off of here, which is available right here in the tutorial. And we're going to make a selection of it. Now, you could go through and select the white a lot of different ways, but honestly, just the simple magic wand here, you can hold this down to get there, does a pretty good job. So you can just select the white, and then I make sure contiguous is off, because if it's on, it might not grab everything. So we're going to uncheck contiguous and just select the white. And we want to do the inverse of this because we have the white selected. And I'm going to do select, and I'm going to do inverse, or shift control I or option control I or something like that. And now that we have that, we're going to also again mask it. Here it is, masking, and there is a pretty good cutout of it. All right, so now I'm going to use, I want to flip this around, so I'm going to go to image, edit, transform, and we can do flip horizontal. And at that point, I also want to rotate it and size it down, for example. I'm going to have it kind of go out from behind this tree, let's say. And so I'm going to make this a little smaller and maybe bring it up right here, maybe rotate it up. You get it the way you want, okay? So I'm going to say something like this. All right, and hit enter to finish resizing it, or you can just hit the check mark here. And that looks all right. Of course, we should probably do a mask on this as well, or the mask is already there, so I just got to make sure I'm on this layer here. And again, grab my brush, and I want to basically blend those branches behind the other one. That makes it look a lot more not interesting, but rather kind of fools people a little bit because there's something in front of it in the foreground. So I should also then, though, it looks like a little too colorful compared to everything else. So I'm going to do a quick adjustment. So I'm on the branch layer here, and here is the here's the adjustment layer icon. So I'm going to click that and go to hue and saturation. And I just basically want to play with saturation. Now it's really high. Wait, I'm doing this to everything. That's not right. So what I want to do is want to click this icon right here, because that means it's only going to apply to the layer just below it. That's what that little arrow signifies. All right, so let's go back to it now. I'm going to click on this, and it's only applying it to the branch, and then I can change the saturation on just the branch now. And I think it probably looks a little more realistic if it's down a little further, maybe around -20 or something like that. Okay. All right, there it is. So a couple extra little things to add to this tutorial, and hopefully I made it a little bit clearer for those that are looking for it. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later.